Kenny, as you drink your whiskey, which I'm guessing is the Jack Honey.
Correct.
Nailed it. You had 2 bottles of Jack Daniels. It was 2 different flavors, and I guessed correctly. That's excellent. I'm good at this game. So I guess there was a biography on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it had some words about Jason Kidd as a coach during his tenure with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Oh God!
And from what I read, this motherfucker is pretty inhumane.
Mm-hmm. Making them practice on Christmas Day.
Yeah. But your man's like, apparently they had a terrible practice, I guess. It happens. You know what I'm saying? But he has one of the Lopez twins. I want to say it was.
I think it's probably Brooke.
Yeah, whichever one is in Milwaukee, because they're still in Milwaukee. So Brooke, if Brooke's in Milwaukee, Robin's in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
So Robin's in Brooklyn, I'm guessing. So it would be Brooke. Now he has some a couple of stories about Jason Kidd as a coach, and I'm honestly trying to like scroll through my Twitter. I thought I didn't tweet much. Apparently, I was wrong.
You always tweet a lot, bro.
All right, yeah. Here we go. All right, so yeah. So there was one time where it was literally, oh, not literally, it was December 23rd, right before Christmas. Everyone returned to the locker room dejected, silent. Everyone was ready for the next 2 days off with their families. He asked Zaza Pachulia. He goes, Zaza, do you think this game was a winnable game? Zaza said, yes, it was a winnable game. So Jason goes, and do you think we deserve the next 2 days off? Zaza couldn't believe what that kid put him in that situation, threatening to ruin Christmas, right? So Julia tried to make a diplomatic tone. You know what, coach? I understand the frustration. We're all frustrated because this was a game we were supposed to win. We didn't give enough effort, but at the same time, this is a holiday. Christmas is important to our families. It's not about us, it's about our families. Guys have made plans. Kid then turned to Jared Dudley. What do you think? Should we take these next 2 days off? Dudley too gave a diplomatic answer. The kid wasn't satisfied. Yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow at 9 a.m. So everybody's like, whoa, what do you mean? Like, yeah, we're gonna have practice tomorrow. Everybody like, we book our flights in different places because I don't care. You guys get paid to do a job, so you're gonna do your job tomorrow. Things change. Practice the next morning was ugly. Kid went at Sanders. Talking about what was Cuz's name? Larry Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Jason Kidd called him a piece of shit, terrible player. Team ran like a fucking JV football team. and someone was like, I don't think I've done that. I've done that since I left J Kidd. That was not normal. Like Joe said, players had to finish a fast break drill in 22 seconds, but 27 was the team's best. Like, bro, your man's laid into motherfucking Larry Sanders, and honestly, it might have been the catalyst for Larry Sanders' early retirement. Then there was one night where Jason Kidd tried to call out Giannis on making a mistake. Giannis like try to convince this motherfucker like, nah, it wasn't my mistake. This motherfucker ran back the tape during halftime. And Jason Kidd realized he was right and still benched him. Like, yeah, your man's a pretty toxic person. Then you add to the fact that, your man is he domestic violence.
Man, Jason Kidd is something else, boy. I tell you that. He's something else.
Jake may be up on Jason Kidd, bro. It may just be up because
He's been up on Jason Kidd in my eyes.
Here's the thing, right? And I explained this either last week or 2 weeks ago. We are in an era where people prefer to work smart, not harder.
Yeah.
All right? The previous generation is a work hard generation. And look where working hard got us. Let's try something different, is all I'm saying. All right. It's not the end of the world if we try something different. Listen, I'm a guy that doesn't like change. I understand it. You know what I'm saying? I understand that change is scary. I get it.
I'm glad you could admit that on air.
When it needs to happen, you gotta let it happen. Listen, my high school alma mater, up until probably recently, I don't know yet, but on 3rd down and long, death, taxes, wide receiver screen. You knew what was going to happen. I remember my senior year in high school. Like, I started getting hip to that gimmick around my junior year in high school. So by senior year, I'm watching the game. Like, I'm goofing off with my friends because high school football. I mean, Friday night. You know how that goes.
Well, no, I don't, because I never played on the Friday night, but I understand what you're saying.
I'm sorry. I forgot.
It's fine.
That's on me. My bad.
Just the underprivileged youth here. That's fine.
But in general,
I know the vibe.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the time to socialize with your friends. Try to push up on that chick.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that you want to do in school, but that 5-minute bell be fucking your game up. You know what I'm saying?
This is what you
so
do.
It's like, you got 2-3 hours to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? And you might get lucky if they go into overtime. So
right,
you're doing all this or whatever, and you look at the scoreboard, and you hear the announcer is 3rd down, and you look at the scoreboard, you're like, I know what's going to happen next. That's where we got to. And we would literally, we could be hollering at Jones. We could be telling the story to the homies. We could be roasting motherfuckers. Literally, we hear it's 3rd down. We go, wait, hold on. $5 says it's a wide receiver screen. Nigga, I will win that bet every time. Jailbreak screen, bubble screen. Nigga, it didn't matter. The quarterback was going to drop back, and he was going to throw to the wide receiver that was jumping back for a screen. And we were going to gain all of 1 to 2 yards. So I was like, I get it. I understand. You don't like change. But when it's necessary, it needs to happen. All right? And in this era, we have to change the whole work hard thing because, hard work pays off. So they say, at least. But I've seen motherfuckers that work smart, too. And that shit paid off even bigger. So it might be a changing of a guard as far as hard and smart goes. Food for thought. I don't know. However, it's Saturday. You know what that means. Live via satellite. It is Gorilla Game Podcast. I'm Carlos Crawford. I'm also absolutely drunk as hell. I am 2 strawberry Rita buzz balls deep, and I still have this passion fruit hallucinogenic to go. We're going crazy tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Alongside with me is my co-host, Kenny Whitaker. He has Honey Jack Daniels. He's going crazy too. Kenny, what's going on this evening, man?
Madden sucks. I don't want to play it.
Yeah, that's fair. Again, we going to see how that pans out for old Los because I'm not playing people. I'm going to play the computer on a difficulty that I can manage to where it's a little challenging for me, but I know I'm going to win at the end eventually. So it's like, yeah, that's how I'm going to go about it. Less stress. It's enough stress in my life in real life. Why would I bring that to the video game world? What is wrong with y'all? What's that about? At any rate, ooh, that was low volume. Bring that back. I said bring it back. Listen. Let me try that one more time. Pin count brought to you by Bad Moms. Your kids are bad. Why not have some mothers babysit that are as bad as them? I don't know. Wait. Beautiful, ambitious, determined. Listen, you get the point. Bad moms. Child
easy, breezy, beautiful cover girl.
Y'all don't like watching our kids. They get that. They'll watch your kids for you. And they'll provide excellent care as well. Probably too excellent care. To the point where, like, you know, your kid comes home and expects to be pampered. I don't know. It might be a child spot. Who knows? Whatever. Number one. So, COVID had Keith Lee
seeing death around the corner.
That explains everything.
What happened?
I'll be keeping a close eye on Keith Lee personally because, again, post-COVID symptoms have been pretty terrifying.
Yeah.
For the most part. Foggy mindset. You tend to forget things more often. Your breathing is, for the most part, different. And that's some shit you got to get used to.
Mm-hmm.
He had an inflamed heart, bro. I try to put the heart and the word inflammation together, and that sound like that hurt like a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Like your death hurt. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking scary.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all willing to risk that shit? Couldn't be me. It could not be old Lowe's. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about my cowardliness, all right? Because listen, I'll be a bitch when it comes to, you know, avoiding sicknesses that could possibly kill you, all right? I will gladly be a bitch for that. Gladly. You know what I'm saying? As long as I live longer than you, that's what really matters to me at this point. Because now I'm at a mindset to prove you wrong. Because the only way you'll learn is by dying. So I can't even tell you, hey, when it comes to Keith Lee, because you'll still be like, man, he'll be all right. Listen, I am nervous that he might fuck around and start blowing up in the ring early. I'm talking about like maybe 2 to 3 minutes into the match before they can even get to like the next segment of their match. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That makes me nervous because, god damn, this motherfucker Keith Lee is a generational talent, bro.
Yes, he is.
Like, God, I hate it had to be him, man. I really do. Like, the fact of the matter that he is a 300-pound man. That dude moonsaults like a 205-pound man. Flips and all that shit. And he still maintains the power of a giant, of a big man. You don't get a lot of wrestlers like that.
No, you don't.
And I know we're getting the rise of Odyssey Jones. I get it. However, I can't, allow for people to forget about Keith Lee because this mother Keith Lee put on for motherfuckers of that archetype for years now in the Indies. And he finally gets to this level, he get that big name at NXT, becomes a household name, and then this shit has to happen to him on the main roster. And then it's like, bro, what can you possibly do with him to get him back on track? I don't 100% know, but I hope it's something good, and I hope it's something that can, really get him back in the title picture. I hope that he fully recovered with full colors, and it's not like absolutely affecting him in the ring. And it's like, I'll be like upset if it does. You know what I'm saying? Because like that, man, that dude is good. You know what I'm saying? And again, you don't get motherfuckers like that in this business often. You just don't. Nigga, the last big man that can do moonsaults and shit, you think about it. I'll let you think.
Yeah, big man that can do moonsaults.
Yeah. The last big motherfucker you seen on the top rope doing a moonsault.
Bam Bam Bigelow?
Just about. I was aiming him along the lines of Vader.
Oh, okay. So I was there.
Which is a little later, but still at the same time.
Around the same time period.
So that's the last two motherfuckers that were over 290 pounds
doing moonsaults.
You don't see that often. That's a goddamn blue moon.
That is correct.
And the fact that COVID about possibly may fuck him up, like, that's sad, man. That is sad. So it's like, when you see the rise of Odyssey Jones, don't forget about Keith Lee because he paved the way, bro. Like, he's a pioneer in this shit. Like, I need y'all to remember that. However, number 2. Listen, so Dennis Schroder played himself.
I seen that. You're stupid. You're stupid. You're stupid. You're stupid. You're stupid. You're stupid.
Woo! I need a moment for this wine to settle in because, like, you got offered 4 years for $84 million. And you turned it down?
Mm-hmm.
Nigga! After you saw what the fuck was going on within the franchise's roster, you turned down 84 fucking million. And you know what? That's a matter of ego, bro. Like, I can't think of anything further than that. You think way too highly of yourself. And if we're being completely 100% frank, you shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you played for my basketball team for a few years, and I had high hopes for you, and you didn't live up to them. Like, I looked at you as a waste of talent, to be honest. And LA essentially, like, made you look like a stud, and it got to your head. And when they said, you know what, we'll offer you $84 million for the next 4 years, which is an unheard of contract for someone of your role. Like, you have the likes of Russell Westbrook, motherfucking Malik Monk, goddamn Carmelo Anthony. These are big names that usually expect large contracts. Now, Carmelo might not expect a large contract.
Yeah, not these days.
The point is they brought in names that are going to be expecting big name contracts. You're not even the number 2 player. If anything, you're the like 3rd or 4th option. You take that $84 million.
You're not even the 3rd or 4th option now.
Red Dead Redemption 2. You should have taken the money.
And now he's in Boston.
Now he's in Boston for 1 year and how much? Like $5 million?
Something like that.
5.2 million? You hate to see it.
Yeah. Yes, you're stupid. You're stupid. You're stupid.
Getting what? Like 16 million less than what you was offered in LA a year.
Mm-hmm.
The next 4 years. You were set for 21 million for the next 4 fucking years. And you turned it down. And to avoid free agency, you had to take 1 year, $5.2 million. I just hope you learn your lesson. You know what I'm saying?
I hope so too. Yeah.
Like the thing is, right? If you're LeBron James, 4 years for 84 million, yeah, no, that's not enough. That's not enough at all. That's you're a low ball me. I'll let you try that one more time.
That is hilarious.
84 million for 4 years for a role player, dog. That's unheard of. I mean, it might have been unheard of actually, because I remember Tobias Harris. He turned down roughly a similar deal and ended up getting like a solid 20 million more for like another year or so. Wherever he went. I forgot the exact deal, but he came up. So like, I understand you see instances like that, and you're like, all right, if that motherfucker can do it, I definitely can do it because I'm better than that motherfucker. That's how you get yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm better than that motherfucker, so I deserve this much more.
Correct.
Nah, nigga.
That's not how the force works. That's not how the force works.
Oh, man, far from it, as a matter of fact.
Dennis Schroder.
So, yeah, like, bottom line, he just absolutely played himself. He thought he was better than what he really is, and it speaks to his confidence level. That's one thing, but
sometimes your confidence level your confidence level does not match your skill, sir.
Sometimes you bet on yourself and you lose. I mean, that happens too.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. He loses a lot.
In the words of Dave Chappelle, tell Bray, nigga, there's always food, boo. Number 3. So listen, man. We both watched that Netflix Untold Malice at the Palace. What did you think of it?
I thought it was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, well, let me tell you what I think about it. So this documentary shed light on quite a few things, or some things that like I forgot completely, some things that I didn't even know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because my understanding of Malice at the Palace was vague at best. Not necessarily, well, yeah, vague at best. Like, I knew what happened. I knew how it started. I knew how it, turned to madness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all I knew. And this documentary filled in all the blanks and restored all the fillings. Because, listen, I completely forgot that the Indiana Pacers were well on their way to the NBA Finals the previous season.
Mm-hmm.
And the team that stopped them was the team they fought.
Yeah.
All right. And they eventually ended up winning the finals that year, if you recall.
Yeah.
And once I remember the part where the Pacers were a playoff team, I was like, oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. That is who the Pistons beat to go to the finals that year. Damn. Like, I thought about that. I was like, yeah. That was the ripple effect. That entire series was the ripple effect, bro. So I was like, all right, well, listen, what else happens, right? Well, we really get into all the players that were involved in this incident, right? Well, the major players. You have Ron Artest, you have Reggie Miller, you have Jermaine O'Neal, and you have Steven Jackson.
Yes.
And then later, you have Ben Wallace himself as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the thing, right? Jermaine O'Neal is a wild boy. He just conceals it very well. He's a gentleman in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's calm, he's collected, but don't get him.
Don't piss him off.
Exactly, because it's no holds barred at that point. Mm-hmm. Ron Artest, I don't want to say is batshit crazy, because Ron Artest suffers from depression and anxiety, like me.
And me as well.
Realizing all that, a lot of this shit makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know what I'm saying? So, like, realizing that, it made me, once he actually revealed that, it made me go, oh, this explains everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. This all makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga probably had a breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
Of all this. So I kept that. I put a pin on that. Now, Steven Jackson is a wild boy.
Yeah, Steven Jackson he's just incompetent.
That nigga is just wild. Like, that nigga just don't give a finnuck. All right, like you on his team, he will die for you. All right, and that's just how that goes for him. Loyalty is his best policy, right?
Yeah.
And as far as Reggie's in the twilight of his career, and he wants to win a championship. And he looks at this team. This is a team of wild motherfuckers. But if you corral them correctly, this is a finals winning team.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So he's keeping all of that in mind in the midst of this entire season, right? Because last year didn't work out the way he thought it would. So now it's like, all right,
I'm back again.
This is a make or break year for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we win this championship, maybe I'll keep going. Maybe I'll, ride off into the sunset. But if it doesn't pan out, I'm definitely retiring. So this may or may not be my last year. Yep, right? Now, keeping all this in mind, we get into the night in question. All right? Now, David Wesley is one of the teammates for the Pacers. Keep that in mind. Ben Wallace had recently lost his brother. So essentially, he was mentally checked out of that game. Right? Detroit got mastered.
Yeah, they were getting destroyed
by Indy. We get to the last 2 minutes of the game. Inside the last 2 minutes, there's a foul to give. David Wesley shouts to Ron Artest, Hey Ron.
Nah, that's Jamal Tinsley.
That was Jamal Tinsley that said it?
Yeah, Jamal Tinsley said that.
Excuse me. David Wesley and Jamal Tinsley look alike to me. All right.
They do look alike when you're inebriated. So
no, a bald-headed light-skinned motherfucker with a goatee that look kind of like Damon Wayans if you squint hard enough. They both look alike to me.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. So now I know I look like David Wesley and Jamal Tinsley. That's nice. Good to know.
Similar. Close. So Jamal Tinsley.
That's what I say to you.
I got you for 3 more minutes. So as far as this goes, this business. So Jamal Tinsley, he tells Ron, hey Ron, you can get your foul now. And when it turned back to Steven Jackson in the interview, it's like, why would you tell Ron that? Like, you don't need to tell him anything to put a battery in his back already. Like, why would you tell him that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And in retrospect, yeah, he's right. Like, why would you do that? That's what set it off. That was the powder in the keg, right? Well, we get to like a, throwaway fast break, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Wallace gets the ball. He goes up for a layup. Ron Artest, like, shivs him.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't at the time.
It wasn't a really like.
It could have been dirty.
Yeah, it wasn't like a really hard foul, but in the point of the game that it was and the score, it's really unnecessary.
It didn't make sense. I get that part, but in this era, that would have been a flagrant, and they probably would have gotten ejected for the shit. But this was the early 2000s, right? This was the back end of the physical era of the 90s.
Yeah.
And these are the young guns of the back end of the physical era of the 90s. These are kids that grew up watching this game or that era of the game in their formative years. And
they got that mindset.
That's the mindset. Like that's what they're thinking going into this league. That's how it's going to be. So toughen the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? So 2000 to 2004 was a very rough and physical time. This wasn't the only thing that happened at the time. It was the biggest thing that happened at the time. It was the catalyst that happened. Needless to say, getting back to the story. So it's like, he didn't need to say that. And then that foul was like, a little rough. And that set Ben Wallace off. So they get into a shoving match. Then it becomes like a pile up. And then fists start flying. Then like it gets to a point where Ron Artest like says, I need to practice what my psychiatrist told me. As if this is the right time to do so. And he goes and lays on the scorer's table. Well, he lays on the scorer's table and he thinks to himself, hey, I'm good here. No one's coming to harm me as I lay on the scorer's desk because I have Jermaine on my team. I have Steven on my team. And if Steven is going to protect me, Jermaine is definitely going to protect me because I know these guys.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I know who they are as, people. Jermaine's a protector. I'm good here. Or so he thought. Because he was in no harm of the players. However, there was a random fan in the stands that just watches a motherfucking beer. And that joint lands on motherfucking Ron Artest's sternum. And that motherfucker perked the fuck up and immediately set off and beeline to the stand. He decks off on the wrong fan. And then the fan that actually throws the beer at him, try to tackle him or whatever, right? So if Steven Jackson see another fan throw another beer at Ron Artest, he decked that fan, right? Then motherfucker that antagonized Ron Artest in the first place, the one fan that antagonized Ron Artest in the first place, he's on the floor for some odd reason. And that's when you get that legendary motherfucking Jermaine O'Neal cock back and throw. Honestly, mom would say that he missed. Nigga, I looked at that shit. I rewinded that shit. He connected with that shit. He just didn't connect with that shit with full, rep of that punch. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't get all of that shit because he slipped. If he hadn't slipped, that man might have committed a murder that night. I can't stress this enough because that punch came with, like, that joke came from his hip and he let that joke fly and that joke landed on Cuz like this. Like it landed in a reset button area and it looked like a graze because of his slip. But if he didn't slip, I feel like that joke connected plush. And your man doesn't live to tell the story on that show. You know what I'm saying? However, I digress. That being said, in the midst of all this, you come to the realization, where the fuck is security? Where's police? This is a crowd and player brawl. And it gets to a point where there are people in the stands calling the police. Police get there and they get ready to spray I believe it was Jermaine O'Neal. I might be wrong. With mace.
Yeah.
And Reggie Miller had to come and intervene. And the cop almost sprayed Reggie Miller with mace. Until he eventually realized who the hell he was. How do you not realize who your franchise player is? and not your recent franchise player. I'm talking about your Reggie Miller has been a franchise player since 1989, bro.
Well, they won't know the franchise player if they don't watch Indiana, if they just in Detroit.
Apparently.
But I don't know how you don't know who Reggie Miller is anyway.
No, I forget they're at the Palace, so that's
in
not
Detroit. But still, that doesn't. I don't know how you don't know who Reggie Miller is anyway.
So like you know who the fuck Reggie Miller is at that time in 2004, nigga. Like don't play. You know what I'm saying? Just because he's in a tan suit like Barack Obama does not mean that you don't know who he is, because that's still a light-skinned motherfucker with a fucking fade. Everybody knows who Reggie Miller is. Everyone does. You know what I'm saying? Like that you just make no mistake of that. So Reggie had to pretty much tell him, hey, yo, don't mace him. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is your problem? He's not the one that started this. None of this. Like, he's protected. Like, yeah, nah. Get out of here. Pretty much. So they get back to the locker room, right? As they going back to the locker room, Jermaine O'Neal's still like, reacting or whatever, and they have to calm Jermaine O'Neal down. Ron Artest, they trying to calm Ron Artest down, but Ron Artest like, I'm calm, I'm good. Steven Jackson, he had the camera. We ride to die.
We ride together, fam.
These mothers get back to the locker room, and everybody still, got the adrenaline up or whatever, and Ron Artest just needed some way to like finalize this entire ordeal in his mind. In which he pauses, looks up, and he goes, "So you think we're going to get in trouble for this?" Jermaine O'Neal said, "And what you say?" And just hauled off on this motherfucker. And they had to break Jermaine O'Neal off of Ron Artest. They get to a point where like police come in, they try to arrest Jermaine O'Neal. Jermaine O'Neal's like, I didn't do anything, bro. Like, okay, so maybe I did something, but no, like you're not taking me to jail. I'm getting on the plane with my team. I'm going home after that. I'm going to sleep. Talk to my lawyer about all this. So it's like, yeah, that also for true. Yeah. So it's like in the aftermath of all this, dog, Jermaine O'Neal only gets suspended for 25 games. It seems reasonable. Ron Artest gets suspended the rest of the year. He's done for the year. And Steven Jackson gets arrested for, I believe it was 15 games, Kenny?
I think so.
Some of that effect?
Something like that. 15, 20 games. Maybe 20.
Now, apparently, a 25-game freeze might have been a catalyst for Jermaine O'Neal. Because if you recall, he ended up just being a journeyman after that.
Yeah.
Never won anything in particular. I think he won, a couple of all defensive accolades, something like that. But that was pretty much his career. He was just a journeyman. And he had the potential to be a household name, a championship winner.
Yeah.
And that night was the catalyst for him. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Ron Artest, all right, I'll take this year off. I'm going to go to therapy. And I just need all my shit in life to be level as fucking possible. I'm going to change my name to Meta World Peace. And Meta World Peace turns around and wins the fucking championship with the Lakers. Meanwhile, Steven Jackson journeys for a few years until he winds up in San Antonio and wins the championship in San Antonio. Mm-hmm. 2 championship winners in that night, and they were not the main antagonizers, but the main offended and defended. Meanwhile, Jermaine O'Neal was just a protector, and he was the one that took the fall as far as his career goes. Crazy how life works, bro. Nonetheless,
crazy.
That's the end of Pin Count. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Jazzy Fizzle production. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Whitaker presents to you, bringing back Inside the Five. Wait, shit. That's our temporary bit.
That's our temporary sound effect for Inside the Five.
Yeah.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are back Inside the Five for preseason.
Yes,
I'm excited. I know y'all missed it. You know what I'm saying? I know you have.
I sure did.
I'm back being the Jedi that I am. Trying to see how many predictions I can call.
Let's find out, shall we?
I think I did a pretty good job last year. We don't have the record of last year. But, we'll get those maybe one day. We'll get some receipts. But anyway, number 1. Yeah, we need to get like a whistle sound effect.
I think I do have a whistle sound effect somewhere.
All right, well, check for that. Yeah. Number 1, walk with Wentz. So Carson Wentz is hurt. He has ankle surgery. And Sam Ehlinger is taking first team snaps from Jacob Eason. That's right. I said Sam Ehlinger. The question that's on everybody's mind coming into this season. Yes, Sam Ehlinger. That's what I said.
Not the same.
Not the same.
Not the very same. Could possibly be.
The very same. The question that everybody's asking is, can Wentz bounce back from this injury? And honestly, I don't know. I think with the right offensive line that they got, it's very possible. They have good weapons on the outside. But from my history with Carson Wentz, I don't know. I don't think he really do it. There was a photo that's emerged today or yesterday, I believe, with Carson Wentz, Frank Wright, and Doug Peterson in Indianapolis camp. So I'm like,
Man, listen, my take on that. Carson Wentz is officially an injury-prone quarterback. Let's call it for what he is. All right? That motherfucker can't make it a full season without getting hurt. He just can't. He simply can't.
I hope he does. I hope he does because I want that first round pick.
He, I would say he's the Julio Jones of quarterbacks, but he's not that good. The motherfucker Julio Jones is a fucking monster, but he gets hurt too often.
He's the Arian Foster of quarterback.
The Arian Foster of quarterback? Yeah, there it is. That's the one. Good one. That's a good one, Kenny.
It's a very good one. Yeah, Arian Foster was a beast. Carson Wentz had some flashes, but you can't stay healthy. And the number one ability you have to have is availability. But not there.
No doubt. The best ability is availability.
Right.
That motherfucker don't be available for shit. So that's an issue. That but Carson Wentz is he's actually not bad. I'm not saying that he's good, but I'm saying that he's more competent than a game manager. Like Carson Wentz is a little more than a game manager. He's not a big deal. He's not a household name or anything, but he's more than a game manager. He's like right in between that level between game manager and star. Carson Wentz is like right here. You know what I'm saying? So if he just stayed healthy, he might be able to raise himself to fucking star status, but he can't stay healthy. And when you can't stay healthy, you start to lose stock in your, name for the most part as a player.
Listen, we already had questions with him going in Indianapolis anyway. Can he stay healthy? Can he run the offense? Can he have a career resurgence in Indianapolis? And honestly, I don't know if he can because I've just seen him declining. But we'll see.
I don't know either because he has my lower body. He's not going to make it in the NFL with my lower body. Let me tell you.
I don't think anyone will make it with your lower body. With that being said, number 2.
Whistle, damn it.
All right. But you'll never catch Mr. Jones.
But you'll never catch Mr. Jones. That's Lil Wayne's song now, by the way.
Yeah, this guy.
Mike Jones came up with that song, but at the sky's the limit, it's like, do you remember Mr. Jones? Not really. No, you don't. You remember Sky's the Limit when you hear that beat.
Exactly.
How it goes. Like Stevie Wonder covering a song. It's his own now.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Daniel Jones in New York. Got a lot of questions about him. So the question I want to pose to you, sir, is it put up or shut up time for Daniel Jones?
Yeah, well, the question that I have for you in response to that question is that team fed up with Daniel Jones? Because I heard about that brawl that they had. And that motherfucker Daniel Jones at the bottom of the dog pile.
Listen.
I don't know. Maybe it may be time to shut up for Daniel Jones. He fuck up.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is if you saying that it's put up shut up time for Daniel Jones, you better be looking at Saquon Barkley too, because he's coming off an ACL injury.
Yeah, he got something to prove. That motherfucker got something to prove. Hey, you know what? Before that ACL injury, that motherfucker was dangerous. Oh man, Saquon Barkley is low key the perfect halfback. He just got to stay healthy from here on out. You know what I'm saying? Because that motherfucker big, but he also fast, but he also agile as hell, but he also strong. So it's like he has all the qualities of a halfback and a perfect all-around balance. He's like another Adrian Peterson, just slightly slower. Like, that's amazing to me. And if that starts to become the norm, we might start seeing a resurgence in halfbacks. It might start to balance out. It might start to become a little less of a pass game. We might start to get a little more smash mouth football again. Who knows? But exactly, we got to get those. And the thing is, with the NCAA, They're not 100% breeding powerhouses like that. Now, I'm trying to remember because they came out of Boston College just last year. I forgot his name that fast. AJ Dillon, right?
Mm-hmm.
That motherfucker looked like he could possibly be a part of that archetype. But I don't think, and if I'm not mistaken, he plays for Pittsburgh.
AJ Dillon plays for Green Bay.
For Green Bay. One of them young motherfuckers. I don't think they're going to actually let AJ Dillon flourish as they should. And it's like, bro, y'all are going to have Jordan Love after next year. Start letting AJ Dillon run the rock a little bit. Like, start getting him acquainted with the NFL while Aaron Rodgers is still here for one more round. And trust you me, it is OMR for Aaron Rodgers. He's not doing another year in Green Bay.
That's one, baby. I hope you get something. But listen, I'm watching Daniel Jones very carefully because the reports in camp, he's looking like might be fumbling the bag.
Oh boy, is he ever fumbling the bag. However, they did kind of mend things with Aaron Rodgers by getting Devontae Adams back.
I'm here to tell you. I'm here to tell you, sir, that is not enough.
I mean, it's not enough, but
it's
not kind of enough. It's a band-aid, if you will. It's not a full, support. It's a band-aid.
Yeah, well, that band-aid about to get ripped off from this offseason. Number 3. Thomas up. Michael Thomas claims the Saints are ruining his reputation. Talking about some reports coming out that he waited to June to get surgery on his ankle. Is a divorce coming from Michael Thomas and the Saints? And if so, what teams would you think he could fit on?
I saw a post on Facebook that made me, you know what? I'm giving you my reaction after I give you what the post said. The post said it's all fun and games until Bill Belichick picked up Michael Thomas. And it was Michael Thomas in a Patriots jersey. I was like, no! Don't do it! Oh, God, no. That shit terrified the fuck out of me, dog. Like Thriller, nigga. I looked at that shit like, don't do it. God, I don't know where his career goes after that. Listen, I don't know if you watched the preseason game. I didn't. I don't have cable right now. My cable doesn't come back until Sunday. So I'll be ready for the season. Preseason, however, I'll be all right. However, Cam Newton, if I may refer back to what I said about Keith Lee, is suffering from those COVID symptoms. I don't know if you noticed, but since he caught COVID, he hasn't been the same. He just hasn't. Bottom line. All right. Then his backup is Mac Jones, who fans want so badly to be the second coming of Tom Brady because Mac Jones is such a what's the word I'm looking for? Flabby looking motherfucker, like Tom Brady was. They're like, oh, Tom Brady looked like that too when he was coming out of college. Oh, he had the same intangibles Tom Brady had coming out of college. And it's like, yo, listen.
First of all, Tom Brady was splitting rats in Michigan.
No. Let's start with the fact that Tom Brady had less to work with. Tom Brady, I'll give him credit for, worked his way up from sixth string, the first string, from his freshman year to his senior year. But he still had little to work with and still worked with that little bit. That was kind of the predecessor of his gimmick.
Yeah.
Whereas Mac Jones, Alabama never has a bad receiving core. Ever.
No, they never do.
Ever. Will they have a mediocre ass quarterback? Certainly. Will they have a bomb ass receiving core? Absolutely. Death, taxes, Alabama's receiving core and defense. Okay. Oh, and their halfbacks. Don't forget their halfbacks.
Mm-hmm.
So the quarterback is of Alabama doesn't necessarily have to be good. He just have to be able to manage the game well. And Mac Jones is solid at managing a game. I can give him that. However, I bring back the negation of the fact that he had a bomb-ass receiving core.
Listen.
A.J. McCarron had a bomb-ass receiving core. I'm willing to bet motherfucker Joe Namath had a bomb-ass receiving core. I'll even go back on one of my heroes. And I'll even say that Kenny Stabler probably had a bomb-ass receiving core.
Listen, this is about Michael Thomas. I don't want to spend too much time on Mac Jones.
my point is that I don't know if Michael Thomas has anybody to throw to him, is my point. I digress to my man. You know what I'm saying?
In New Orleans? No.
Huh?
In New Orleans? No, he doesn't.
In New Orleans, who does he got? Jameis Winston or Taysom Hill? Jesus Christ.
Correct.
Fuck out of New Orleans. Jesus. Oh my God. You're wasting talent in New Orleans. Whatever. So, not a fan of New Orleans. So, but do I want him in New England? Hell no. Michael Thomas is good as fuck. We need him somewhere where there's at least a competent quarterback that's going to be able to nail passes to him. And you know what sounds good? Arizona.
Yeah, but they already got DeAndre Hopkins and Christian Kirk and AJ.
I know. They also have Larry Fitz for one more round.
No.
So they just need a slot.
No.
For just 1 year. Just 1 year. That's it.
I'm putting my bias aside. And I'm not there for you.
Or he can go to Seattle.
Yeah, that'd be a good place for him, Seattle.
You know what I'm saying? Now, he could also go to motherfucking not San Diego, Los Angeles Chargers. Honestly, man, I'm not going to say I have faith in Justin Herbert, but I am going to say that Justin Herbert is a competent quarterback if you give him a good line. You know what I mean? Right. Give him a good line and somebody to throw him to. Justin Herbert can actually eat, per se. And now he's not going to eat like a motherfucking superstar, but he's going to be a good enough quarterback to like get you above 500 the first couple of years, and then he might be able to get you to the playoffs. Like Justin Herbert isn't that bad. He's not that good either, though. So that you gotta really work to his motherfucking abilities if you really want to expose him as a good quarterback. That's the lost art in this organization that is the NFL. Coaches making it working to their quarterback's abilities.
Well,
they're busy trying to change them.
Well, I don't think it's enough work Sean Payton could do to Jameis Winston. Number 4.
Yeah, it's time to break out the water. A lot of alcohol. We have fully consumed all of the alcohol that I have left.
As this man drinks flavored water.
It's time to wind down with some Crystal Light and Smart Water. My liver will never forgive me for this, but I'm fine with that.
Wow. Number 4. Play my whistle, sir.
While I play this whistle, I'm gonna go ahead and stop my video. You know what that means.
Number 4. Pound Town. as in the dog pound town.
Wait, what? What'd you say?
I said pound town.
Phrasing.
As in the dog pound town.
Oh God, standing up is a challenge right now. Oh God,
This dude. The question that is on everyone's mind in Pound Town: have the Browns finally surpassed the Steelers in the AFC North? I don't know. After that whooping they put on them in the playoffs, I'm inclined to say yes because Ben Roethlisberger over the hill now. He got a lot to prove, and I think his time is up in the league. He might have to go ahead and just get ready to usher in the new blood, and the new blood being Dwayne Haskins.
Wait just a fucking minute. If I was at the fucking seat right now, I'd hit the record scratch button.
Hey,
Dwayne, are you serious?
Dwayne Haskins looked good in the preseason, man. He been looking good.
What?
Dwayne Haskins looking all right. He looking like he can take the reins if he needed to.
What?
You know what I'm saying? And even when he was in, Washington, he was bad, but he wasn't that bad. He improved a little bit.
What?
A little bit.
What?
I'm not saying he's a franchise quarterback. I'm not saying he is one that you want to put at the starting quarterback. I'm saying if the Steelers were to be without a quarterback today, if Ben Roethlisberger was to get hurt, Dwayne Haskins could win them about maybe 5 games.
All right, I can live with that deduction.
Okay, I'm not saying he's taking them to the playoffs. I'm saying he's very manageable. He can win some games for them. And laughing out Dwayne Haskins.
I want to pacify myself so bad right now, but I can't help but laugh. Like, that's funny as shit. 5 games. Oh, I'm drunk. All right.
Yes, you. Listen, I've been trying to tell people about Cleveland for years now. Okay, it's finally coming ahead. People have been looking at me crazy, particularly this guy on the other end of this blacked out screen. When I told him that Cleveland was on the come up, he laughed at me. He's like, "It's the Browns." And it took him to this year to see the beating that they put on Pittsburgh for him to be like, okay.
Kenny, listen to me and listen to me closely because I'm not on screen. The Browns have to win the Super Bowl in order for me to be like, God damn, the Browns are back. And even then, I might not have confidence in that sentence.
Well, you, sir, gave an eloquent soliloquy about change. Maybe it's time you embraced it. Number 5.
Fair enough.
Which is the end of our Inside 5. Great Prescott. Dak is going to get another MRI on his shoulder.
Update on that, actually.
As I do the rub hands on Birdman, like Birdman.
Update on that, actually. Turns out MRI is good.
That's cool. He got an MRI on his shoulder. But, okay, he's got a good shoulder. That's nice. Whatever. But that scare for Dallas is real. So, I believe too much of Dallas' season is riding on Dak Prescott's health.
Too much?
Too much of it. Mm-hmm.
Dak Prescott makes or breaks that team season. Mm-hmm. I will go in the room and tell my mom that. She might agree with me. She might agree. I don't know yet.
Well, she's smart. She seems like a smart woman, so I'm sure she will agree.
So she might agree. You're right.
Well, listen, I'm just saying, look here, Dallas fans. I'd be tickled pink if I were you. I'd be nervous. Because, like, the fact that he had to even get an MRI on his shoulders means he's probably working way too hard right now to try to prove something. I don't know. I mean, look, is Dak a solid QB? Yes. Is Dak a franchise QB? A bit to be desired, in my opinion. Can Dak win you some games? Absolutely, he's done it. Can he get you over the hump? I don't believe so. So the fact that y'all depending on this man to get y'all somewhere, and he's already having issues with his MRIs and his shoulder, his throwing shoulder, whether the MRI came back good or not, who knows? Something can go wrong in preseason. We got a lot of time left.
Listen, man. Like you said about Dwayne Haskins, Colt McCoy can win you 5 games while Dak Prescott's on the man. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but can Colt McCoy win you 10 while Dak is out for the season?
Colt McCoy was given a false set of goods his entire career, and I will die on that hill.
I agree, but can he
win? just from draft day on, your ass get drafted to the Browns. Like, you're doomed from the jump if you're a Cleveland Brown. If you're drafted a Brown, especially. Like,
yeah, I agree with that. Just
your career is cursed from the jump. And then from then on, it's just been journeyman status. He's been playing backup.
I agree with that sentiment.
This is the most prolific and winningest quarterback in Texas school history, or Texas University history. And he's reduced to a backup. It upsets me, man. Low-key, it upsets me. I remember my franchise mode, like around the time he got drafted, this motherfucker Colt McCoy was cold as fuck by year 5, bro. I'm talking about I dreaded having to play the Browns. That doesn't happen often.
It doesn't happen at all.
Nigga, I looked at the schedule. I said, the Browns next. Shit, this is going to be a shootout.
Listen, all I'm saying is,
I'm talking about for 3 years straight, my nigga. Me and Colt McCoy was trading back and forth and like professional football games that looked like motherfucking Big 12 scores, dog. I'm talking about 56-63 type scores, nigga. Colt McCoy was cold as shit in franchise mode. What happened?
What happened was he got in the league and he didn't play. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Inside the 5 for the first week of preseason.
Oh, man.
With that being said, I believe since I have the ending segment, I get to usher in final thoughts.
No.
Oh, you have something else.
We're not getting the final thought.
Oh, we're not final thoughts. Oh, yeah, you got one more. You got.
We're closing the way we opened. God damn it.
You got one more thing to get into.
We talked about Jason Kidd at the top of the evening. You know who's also a shitty person? Brittany Renner. All right.
Oh, my God.
God damn it. Listen.
Buckle your chin straps, ladies and gentlemen.
You buckle the motherfucker up, because I got some choice words for Brittany Renner. First of all, she's a predator. All right. This bro was 29, scheming on 18-year-old kids. All right. I say kids lightly because these are also grown men, but these are very young grown men. They have just become grown men. Like, literally, they came up on some money finally, and they now have to, handle their responsibilities as essentially the breadwinners of their family.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? There's very malleable time for players of his age, TJ Washington. Like he's young. He still has to figure out how to like balance things as far as his career and his personal life goes. And you pretty much schemed on that. You know what I'm saying? And you came up off that. And honestly, man, like maybe it's the Red Dead for me, but shit like this, it's honor and dishonor, man. And to be a grown ass woman, you know what I'm saying, scheming on a young ass man,
Very much predator vibe.
Yeah, man. Because listen, you drop it down to illegal age is like 18 being a legal age. You 18, he like motherfucking 19, 20 plus 9, 11 years. 18 minus 11. Kenny, what's 18 minus 11?
I don't know. I don't feel like doing math. I was told to be no math.
Kenny, you're supposed to be the smart one out of us too.
I'm supposed to be the smart one out of us too?
Very much so.
You're the one that puts detail into everything. I just gung ho.
I put detail into everything, but you're the school kid.
I'm the school kid.
You're the school. Kenny, what did you graduate with? What was your GPA when you graduated?
2 point something.
So we're about even. Jesus,
Yeah.
you really are my intellectual equal. Huh.
Yeah. I don't know what you thought. I was at 3.5. No.
Yes, very much so. You carry yourself like a 3.5 type of guy.
Well, that's because it's a thing called potential, which I did not reach. So.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna pop this motherfucker with a 2.7 GPA. So it's like that don't add up either. Okay.
So you carry yourself like a 3.5 guy. I appreciate that. I always aspired to be a 3.5 man, but I always ended up around the 1.8 to 2.5. So I was close.
Oh, Nick, you were dropping. No, I was struggling to maintain. If we're being completely honest, I'm surprised I gained a 0.2 GPA average more than what I expected when I was going to graduate. I honestly thought I was going to be a 2.5 student. I've been mediocre my entire fucking life. Like, me making the honor roll was a huge achievement. And Missy owes me a Red Lobster dinner for that shit. I'll never forget it. But
at this point, I don't think you're getting that.
We're going to do some convincing this fall. So, like, the fact of the matter is that, like, I was never really not a bright student. Like, I was pretty fucking bright. But the retention of memory, not my thing. Never been my thing. So come test time, I had to dig deep. Because I really did homework as it was. And you know how the grading scale went. The majority went to tested quizzes. So listen, man, once the teacher started giving us the curriculum in paper, like on paper in wording, what this curriculum was going to be, what I needed to prepare for, what the grading scale was going to be, the percentages and shit like that. You mean 10% is going to homework? So that means I'm not doing homework. I'm not doing homework. No. We're going to take these notes in class. We're going to take very detailed notes too. I'm going to really hold up class too and tell the teacher, hey, wait, sir, ma'am, I'm not done with that slide yet. Give me a second. One more second. 3 more seconds. Carlos, hurry up. Shut up. I'm going to need to copy off me anyway come test time, jackasses.
Right.
All right, next slide.
I wish I did that in school. When the slide went, I was like, oh, well. God.
I was in college. I got to college and realized we're sitting in the goddamn auditorium and these notes are being projected on a large projector screen, larger than high school. And you know what? I don't think the professor's going to go back on the slide. So, we're going to just write as fast as we can. We're going to shorthand a lot of words and we're going to make the best of these notes when we get home.
Jesus
and that's why I dropped out of college. So,
yeah.
So,
that
but
is...
continue. I digress again. The fact of the matter that it all starts at the fact that she's a predator on BJ Washington, and it's like, is it PJ or TJ Washington?
PJ Washington.
TJ?
PJ
Washington. PJ like in Goof Troop.
Yes.
I related to PJ a lot, Kenny. Anyway, so so like it's just dishonorable as fuck to really play on somebody's feelings. Like, you gotta understand, women complain about how men ain't shit all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm inclined to agree. Males as a gender, we're kind of trash. Like,
well,
we're pretty fucking trash. And it's like, people like you and I, we try to do better. But, there are also motherfuckers that treat, women or like just getting ass in general as a game. And when it comes to a lot of women, it's not a game. It's serious. Like, they try to look for the long haul. You know what I'm saying? Especially at our ages. Like, I'm fucking 30 years old, dude. Like, women my age are looking for the long haul. They're not looking to fucking screw around. That's for jumps that, like, a few years younger than me. They still got some years left in them. They still got their whole years to go. I respect it. You know what I'm saying? Get yours, get yours, get yours. But Jones my age, first of all, they're starting to like rise in libido. Second of all, the window for having children is small. So if they choose to want to have children, that window's getting small. You know what I'm saying? And then not only, like, the bottom line is that the 30s for women is a pivotal time. You know what I'm saying? And that's not some shit you want to play on. Like, it's some shit you want to take seriously. If you a man like you claim you are, when it comes to women, you take that shit seriously. Bottom line. You know what I'm saying? This shit's no longer a game. That was your 20s. It was fun. It was cool. But it's time to hang up that motherfucking jersey. You getting old in motherfucking relationship years. Relationship years like sports years. Nigga, you're 30 years old? Motherfucker, you 52 right now, bro.
You know what I say to that?
That's just how it goes these days. And it's like, there are still certain, women that are, still playing the game or what have you. That's because I could possibly ask the question, who hurt you? And we'll get an answer for that. Like, the thing is that my thing is that I don't say these things out of my ass. Am I inebriated? Absolutely. But this is a lot of shit that I've retained in observation. And it's like, yo, the way things work, it's stupid, but that's just how it goes. Like, I hate that is how it goes, but it's the fact of the matter that everyone falls into the trope. And it's like, you could break yourself from the trope, but that bores you. And I don't know what to really say about that. If that's the case, like, honestly, that's the thing you should seek therapy about. Because if toxicity is what, makes you happy, then you might want to seek help about that. Because me personally, I'm a motherfucker that goes to work, comes home, maybe drinks every once in a while, definitely smokes my ganj, plays video games, watch movies, and kick it. That is my life for the most part. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. I I lied about that. More money would definitely be what I would trade it for. I love my job. I don't get paid enough. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm just taking the enjoyment of having a job as dope as that to me and running with it for right now and making life a little less stressful in that sense. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, I have to get a new job that pays more. But for right now, I'm going to go with what makes me mentally sane. That job makes me mentally sane. It's chill as fuck. I enjoy the people that work there. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm going to rock with. But as far as, having a significant other goes, it's like, listen, my thing is that I don't really want anybody that's going to impede on my personal life in a significant way. Like, would I love to have somebody to come through and just kick it with me, watch some movies together. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe she's in the games, she's playing her video game or whatever. I'm playing my video game. We're on like Twitter and shit. We're goofing off. Like, that's a vibe to me. That's dope as hell to me. You know what I'm saying? Every once in a while we go out on dinner dates or we go like to a museum or something. Like, that's cool to me. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't found anybody like that. That's my speed, I guess you could say. But that's why I'm single. And I'm not going to settle for anything less than that. And you shouldn't either. You, the audience.
Yeah, you.
You should definitely settle for what you think is best for you. And if that person isn't achieving that level, that standard, so be it. It is what it is. What I do have to say against that is don't be so high maintenance about it. Like, like,
it's getting to a point where you need to stop talking.
not every dude have all the money in the world. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's given these set of goods in their lives. Not everybody's fed with a silver spoon, and not everybody can hit a jackpot with a motherfucker that was fed a silver spoon. However, don't settle for anything less than anybody who can keep up with you, I guess is what I'm saying. I don't know. I'm drunk rambling right now.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's getting to the point where you need to. That's what I said. You're getting to the point where you need to stop talking because your alcohol.
I'm not kidding.
Final thoughts, briefly.
You know what?
Final thoughts, briefly. You got any? Because it is 10:38 now.
Do I have a final thought? Other than the fact that I probably should be like sleeping my inebriation off right now. It's 10:39. No, I shouldn't. I should be enjoying it right now.
Right when this is over, you're gonna pass out.
No, I'm not. You're a fucking liar. You know it. I'm gonna play No, I'm gonna play Madden. I'm gonna play Madden. we're gonna see. That's my final thought of the evening. Due to Kenny's misfortunate L to Juan earlier this evening on Madden 22. And when I tell you it's very unfortunate, let me tell you, it's extremely unfortunate. Nothing's more unfortunate than losing to a motherfucker that condescendingly talks shit. Nothing. At least with Caleb, he's very brash about it. That's just his nature. Caleb's a brash motherfucker. So it's like, you expect what he's going to say. He's going to talk cash shit, and you're not going to hear the end of it. And you just got to sit there and take it until you beat him. But Juan will win the game knowing that he probably shouldn't have won that game. But he'll take it. In which I respect that part, at least. But then it gets to the part where it's like, oh man, I just had a ESPN Classic with Kenny, and boy, it was a good game. Good game, Kenny. Nah, nigga, fuck you. You know what happened. All right. But you don't, but you know what happened, and it was a goddamn fluke. All right. It was not a good game. You take it the fuck back. Nonetheless, I'm gonna give this a round, and we're gonna see how this pans out. Because from what I tested out in pre-show, this zone is essentially Madden 21 in gameplay, but smoother. And it's like the smoother gameplay is what kind of reels me in. The fact that like it's starting to get more fluid as the years go by, and that I'll tip my cap to them for. But it's like you giving us kicks when in reality, you know what we really want. We want that sugar shit, bro. You're not giving us that sugar shit. You're giving us the kicks, and little by little, you'll throw in a little like motherfucking Rice Krispie treat or a Cocoa Puff or a fucking Applejack or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like just to keep us scratching our necks for it, you know? And I think that is fucked up. If you really want to do it the way you really want to do it, send the fucking house. Make the best possible game you can make, as detailed and nuanced as possible, with as many features as you can fit in that motherfucker that are, you know, timeless. And just stop there. You stop there, and you just start reeling in money with motherfucking shit that you got to pay for, like you're doing with Madden Ultimate Team. Because that's what you're going to do every year anyway, bro. So why waste your time and resources and, you know, making another game and shit when you could just keep making add-ons on add-ons on updates for just the near perfect game, the most perfect that you can make it, and just keep adding on and updating your way to perfection. Bong bong, you have a timeless classic. Nobody has to make another football game for as long as anybody lives. This stands the test of time as far as that generation goes. And then you make a sequel in the next generations and the next generations. So instead of yearly, you release a new game generationally. That's my final thought. It's a food for thought, but I'll toss the scraps in the doggy bag.
Ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, my name is Kenneth Whitaker, aka Andrew Solo, the original of the Millennium Falcon. Fly like an eagle. I didn't have any other plan, so I just thought.
23 skidoo, 24, 25. Yo, my motherfucking MCL hurt like a motherfucker. I need to stop sitting like this.
AKA the last Black Jedi. You must unlearn what you have learned. What?
I can't see straight now.
Yes, I know.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
It's not like the vision that you see in TV shows and shit, but it's like when I look at shit, my motherfucking, you know how when you turn your eyes cross-eyed and shit? My eyes is making that cross-eyed vision without turning cross-eyed. Like,
Whoa.
I think I drink too much, guys.
Right. AKA
half a glass of wine. That's what it do it for me. I might start hallucinating.
AKA Lamar L. Jackson. Watch out for the screen. Haven't you seen the playbook? Option. That's a good one. Don't fumble. Don't you dare fumble.
I'm sick. I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Oh no.
That
Yes,
ruined
I
it.
said no to the vaccine, and I hope it burns in hell.
Also, gotta control Lamar L. Jackson.
AKA the very sexual, the very tight.
Very point, yes.
Austin Powers, Fasha.
Wait, it's Faja?
Dad is Fasha.
Oh. Factor. Factor. Factor.
Dun, 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 dun. Mrs. Dun, 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 dun. Will ya? Dun, 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 dun. Make me tea. Ding, 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 ding. Make love to me. Ding, 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 ding. Turn on the television. Ding, 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 ding. To the BBC. To the BBC. Yeah, yeah, yeah. BBC 1, BBC 2, BBC 3, BBC 4, BBC 5, BBC 6, BBC 7, BBC 7.
Yeah, you gotta watch the video for this in order to get that one.
Yeah, that is hilarious.
Woo!
Oh man, let's see. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
My connection's fucked up.
It's on you, sir.
This entire moment, god damn it.
It'll just be doing a little breathing. Okay. On you. Go ahead, bring us home.
Wait,
El
just a
Capitan.
minute. Where's Nacho Man? I'm a savage.
El Capitan. Oh, you went out. Oh, AKA Nacho Man. I'm a savage. Oh, yeah. See, the one thing you got to remember, me, Gene, is that I always don't remember who I am. Yeah. Sometimes I forget to do my own promos, and sometimes, me, Gene, I forget to do exactly what I said I'm going to do. But you know what? When the Nacho Man does show up, everyone's gonna know, me, Gene, that it doesn't matter if you're a Brittany Renner or Tiana Trump. There's no way a thought will ever be on the top of the Nacho Man's pot. Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Nacho Man. I'm a savage live from his locker room. He's completely zoned out. I don't know if he can do his match tonight or what. It's going to be a miracle. Back to you, Gorilla.
I'm not signing that paper yet. Now you go.
Oh, man. And to bring it on home, my name is Carlos Crawford, a.k.a. making fun of Bret Hart for an entire year after the screw job. It's Chin Music Charlie. I bring a little person out dressed up as Bret Hart. He got on a Bret Hart mask, and he's trying to swing on me, but I'm like, hold his head like far away like that. And he's just like, swinging there. Yeah. AKA Dick Blair. You can ask any women in town. I'm a 60-inch waist man. Woo! AKA Snack Miller. Praise Elijah. Welcome your Messiah. Walk inside a room, the bitches offer up vagina. I'm eating jambalaya off $1,000 China. Find the hoes in Idaho when strippers, but they ride the pole. Mr. Muddy Stripper, that mixture is an elixir. Elizabeth less celebrity sending me naked pictures. The higher I get, the more money I make. I had a threesome with that hoe. Now she fucking with Drake. AKA. That's our control wall. Now coming to the mound, John Smokes. Smokes in the mix of the 6th no-hitter this season, splitter high and inside, and that is his 10th strikeout today.
Hard to stay in that zone, Bob. Got to make sure your lungs are equipped.
No doubt. AKA the Idiom Savant. Son, it's been raining cats and dogs the past few days or so, bro. Is that just a...
No, it's been happening here too. Yep.
I think it's back.
It's back.
All right. What did you just say? In
I said,
response,
it's been happening over here too.
all right, yeah. So it's been going on Knox and Hills. Well, all right. So I'm not crazy, or Javensburg's not crazy. I don't know, but that's your idiom. Raining cats and dogs. However, AKA Haystack West. All right, Javier Luis. He has 2 first names. That is correct, Haystack. Luis is wanted for the murder of Senorita Velez, the town's general store clerk. That sweet old lady? Not Senorita Velez?
She made the best tamales.
Yeah, we all grew to love her. Now, her son has an idea of where he may be. Check Triangle de la Muerte. Triangle of Death. Got it. That don't sound ominous at all. It isn't the only area like that around here. Fair point. Devil's Horn? Why y'all give cities evil names anyway? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, that was episode 151. Taking shots with no Barrett. Well, in Kenny's case, it's like Kenny had his shot on the rocks and shit because he a fancy motherfucker. I respect it.
Well, you fancy, huh? You fancy, huh?
An abundance of wine. So, I'm a fucking housewife right now. Like,
and I had a nice, pretty glass too.
Like, you could definitely come fuck me right now. And
wow, relax.
I'm just saying, like,
hey, you. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you in the red shirt.
Man, a disrespectful, dishonorable woman. Right now.
Hey. Put your hand out right now. Now hit the buzzer with your drunk ass.
Oh man, like
ladies and gentlemen, like us and subscribe to us on YouTube. I'm taking liberties. You're done talking for today. Like and subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Do it, you cowards.
We off this.
We out.